everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Pink Hockey Mom with a product review. I wanted to kind of just do a product review and talk about one of the new Cricut cartridges that came out this month that I absolutely love. I think it's probably at least my top 2 favorite Cricut cartridges. It's called Elegant Edges, and this is being released in April of 2011. And I love this cartridge because of the features that make it so easy to make a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. I have 3 boys. I scrapbook each of them, and it is important to me to keep updated on their scrapbook pages. So I don't spend hours and hours on a scrapbook page, although I love people that do that. It's important to me just to kind of keep current with them and each event. So if I have Easter, for example, coming up, I need to do 3 scrapbook pages for each of the 3 boys. So I love this cartridge. It has made it really fun to just make some quick backgrounds on a scrapbook page that kind of make it a little bit fancy. Let me show you the handbook that came with it and some of the features that you can do. For example, on page 35 of the book, this is also one of the new Cricut handbooks, which are so awesome. It's the first one I've had that's new, and I love how it shows you right here where, excuse me, I'm in the camera, where it shows you where on the keypad or the overlay that the cut is. I think that is so helpful. But anyway, this is called the loop feature, and this feature, what this one does right here is it cuts like the loopy loop around your page, and it looks a lot like the Martha Stewart loopy punch. And I think this is so neat. So in addition to that, what you can do is you can put a frame inside of it. So you could frame a picture that you wanted the loopy loop to go around. It also has a border feature on it. And these borders are so super cool. A lot of them look like Martha Stewart, EK Success borders. And I think people who like the border punches are really going to like this feature on this Cricut cartridge. Here's an oblong feature, so maybe if you have a 5x7 or a picture that's up and down that you want to showcase, here's that feature along with the frame for it. And what else is really cool is there's a book feature. And I, truthfully, am not a mini book person, or I don't really make mini albums. Honestly, I'm not very good at it. I don't really know what to do with them a whole lot, but this is such a neat feature because it automatically adjusts the amount of space you need on the left side to punch holes in for your book. So that's really neat. I think a lot of people are going to think that feature is cool. You could cut your chipboard pieces out and then cut your paper the same exact size and it'll lay on there perfectly. So that's really neat. Or even if you have kids, I think, that like to do autographs at the end of the school year, or you're going to Disney and you want to have autographs, you can make such cool things with that book feature. And here's a shadow feature right here, which shadows the feature, the initial cut up here in the corner. So really a cool cartridge. I think it's been so much fun. I've played a little bit with the cuts on it on a fit to page size, and so I'll show you a couple of those just to see, so you can get an idea. This right here was this cut right here on page 35, the loops one. But what it did is I just took a 12 by 12 scrapbook page and I did fit to page, and it cut this loopy frame out, or this loopy cutout for me, just probably about 1 inch short. I think it was about 11 inches it cut it. And then I just used the shadow feature in about 1/2 inch increments shorter and shadowed the 2 layers here and put my son's picture right in the middle. Easiest scrapbook page ever, and I just like how it adds a little bit of dimension to it, and it was so easy to cut out. It does take a Cricut a little bit to cut all these little loops, and I think I did it on a little bit slower setting, and I might have even multi-cut it because I was using some pretty thick paper. So it does take a little while to do that, but it cut it out perfect, and I was really pleased with that. Here is another page that I was making, and this page right here was big loops, and it's so cool because the loops right here, you can see you can put a solid color or pattern paper underneath it and get a whole different look, or you can cut it out solid so that you didn't have the holes in there. And this is going to be for a graduation page. My son is graduating from 8th grade, so I was getting a page prepared for him and cut out this graduation bird, which is from Three Birds on Parade. And really all I need to do is stick a picture or a couple pictures in there and maybe do some journaling, and that page is all ready to go. And let's see, here's another page. This is a really cool one too, another kind of a scalloped hold page. And I used some real pattern striped paper on the top that had some kind of fun colors. So I just used a solid underneath, did some white faux stitching, added a tag from Tags, Bigs, Boxes, and More. And that couldn't be easier either. That was really kind of neat. Here's another cut from that Elegant Edges cartridge. This one has a lot of little scallopy things right here that go all the way around. And I just cut that on a craft paper, inked some edges with the Tim Holtz Distress ink, and cut out these letters from the Life's a Beach cartridge, which is kind of funny because that Life's a Beach cartridge, I think, is the lettering on it is so cool. It's it really looks like camping here because I think the letters kind of look like sticks. But anyway, super, super easy and quick to cut out. And here's another, this is actually a 2-page layout that I did. This is the left side. My younger son is going to be turning 10, so I thought I wanted to try the circle cut, and this is just a circle scallop cut. And again, I just did the shadow feature right underneath it with a solid color. Cut out the words "a perfect 10," and I think what I'll do is cut out a circle picture of him or a couple circle pictures from his party, and put it right in the center. And then this was the second page of the right-hand side of my layout. Again, just super easy and super fast, just as happy birthday, cut it out, fit to page, and it really couldn't be any easier. I love these features. I think I'll be using these on my scrapbook pages a lot. I did play with the border a little bit, with the borders for fit to page with a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, and you really are not going to get a true 12-inch border because it really will just cut it at about 11. So on a 12 by 12 page, it won't go top to bottom, but you know, if you're going to frame something in the inside, you're going to use it for cards, it's really going to be a neat feature. And then I think there's just one more cut that I had done just to kind of play with it to see what it looked like, and this is a circle one. The circle one is kind of cool. You can, you know, obviously size it to anything. This is a fit to page on a 12 by 12 mat, and then I cut a layer or shadow behind it so that you can see different colors in between the circles. So anyway, I love this cartridge. I think it's going to be very popular, and if any of you have this cartridge already, I would love to see some finished products with it. There's not a lot posted online yet just because I think it's a new cartridge, and I think some people maybe can't get a hold of it quite yet. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.